more than a show and less than an experience. It's Rexxy Rocker and friends. Welcome back, Molly.
Hi. Wow, so are your fingers doing any better?
Oh yeah, everything is healing back up. The big thing with that is always ice. Keep it clean. Keep it closed. And of course, if you're in a country where they decided more than just the wealthy gets health care, see a doctor.
Oh, did you get to see a doctor? Or did you sew that sucker back on yourself?
I taped it back on myself.
Okay, here's the duct tape. Okay, so on the last show, we were talking about relationships. And so we had asked if anybody out there wanted to come on and tell us about their relationship. So we have a very special couple coming up soon to tell us about their VR relationship. So have you had any more luck, Rexxy? Because I mean, we did put your name out there.
Oh, I've been doing my own thing with working on the show and doing comedy with Failed to Render. So I haven't really been looking all that much. I am still single, no girlfriends, just a girl that really wishes I would stop saying that.
Oh, my goodness. Hey, have you tried Never Met? Have you heard of that app? You have? Are you on it? You are?
Maybe? I think so.
Well,
but
then you must... What?
My awareness shows how much attention I pay to it.
Well,
not a sponsor.
Well, I tell you what, though, Never Met can be pretty interesting. From what I hear, it could be pretty interesting. You can meet some different interesting people on there. You know, some failures, some successes, you know. I don't know. But anyway.
Sounds like relationships. Successes.
Isn't that
failures. Rexxy, don't touch that.
Oh, you are hilarious. Oh my God. So, you know what? Did you get any takers on that Sexy Rexxy contest? Because, you know, I think everybody would be afraid to go up against you.
I think that might be what it is. I've gotten no offers.
No? Well, then you know what? Then you automatically win. But you know what? There was no competition. You are definitely the Rexxy Riz.
Sexiest raccoon on VR.
There you go. I believe you were going
to call it the results are still in.
Well, there you go. There you go. So anyway, I feel like I'm so distant from you. What's come between us, Rexxy? What's come between us? So anyway, I can't touch you. Pablo's, if you're watching, you think you could scoot the stools a little bit closer? just a thought. Just a thought. Anyway.
One of these days, we're going to have to stop breaking into random places to shoot this show.
It's true. I so like that place that we were at. Oh my gosh. I'm still going to look around. Though I love Pablo's Brainwash Cafe. This is really nice. I like the window back there and everything. So that's pretty nice. Oh, you know what? We have a new sponsor this month.
Good, because I don't think I can do another implant right now. The other one's rejecting.
Indeed. Well, I tell you what, the sponsor, you gotta love this. Ladies, this is for you. Okay? Take a look. Oh, what is this? Bitch be gone. This is interesting. One spray relieves you from all those bitches in your life. Boy, I could use this. I wonder if it really works.
You! I've seen you! I have seen you! You fucking... You bitch! You bitch! You went after my boyfriend. I seen you on my on my boyfriend's Instagram. Honey, I have seen you. I have seen you on my boyfriend's Instagram. Don't you deny it.
Bitch, be gone. Oh, wow. This is amazing. I wonder what else it would work on. I think I really have to have this. Oh, Kimberly. Hi.
Hey. Oh my gosh, where did you get that cute jacket from? Your great grandma's closet?
Oh, wow.
That's right.
Nice.
That's right.
Oh,
that's right. You gotta be like me.
Oh my, wow. Oh, bitch, be gone. Wow, this spray is amazing. I'm just going to get rid of everybody. Oh my God. It looks like all bitches can be gone with this spray. I tell you what, every woman could use a can of that bitch be gone spray. Oh boy.
And your little dog too.
You saw that? Not a lot of people get that. Not a lot of people get that, but yeah, definitely. Oh my goodness.
Now, as we mentioned before, our sponsor, we invited people to come and tell us their love stories here on VR Chat. And one of our friends here on the show just so happens to be in a VR relationship that has extended its way into real life. So we decided we'd bring those two crazy kids onto the show for a little interview too.
Mm-hmm.
This is Disco Jesus and Stina doing the Rexxy interview about their love.
Right, so we are here with Disco Jesus and Stina. Guys, thank you for coming on and talking to us about your relationship, which, as I understand it, started here on VR. Is that correct?
Yes.
Yeah.
Thank you for having us, by the way.
Appreciate having you guys. Did you guys meet here, or did you guys meet on one of the dating apps for VR? Never met, or I think there are a couple
We met
others.
on Never Met. Yeah, we matched on Never Met. We started talking there.
Tell us
And
about
we
that.
haven't really stopped since.
Yep. So we matched one night, and then we talked that whole night, and then the next day he had 5 o'clock somewhere. So it was in Discord at the time. So he invited me to the show, and I was like, sure, why not? So I went, and I actually got to see his face IRL because everybody's cams were on. And I was like, aw. And then we were talking after the show, and we actually had our first date that night. And we did mini golf at Walkabout Mini Golf. And then we hopped into here, and then we just kind of hung out. And I met Lacey that night too for the very first time, which was cool. So, and then we just talked and talked and talked. And then he came out to where I live, and we got to meet in person.
That's awesome. And how long have you guys been together?
6 months.
6 months.
Has everything been going smoothly, or have you guys dealt with any like big issues as far as like the regular things couples face, but anything that might be extra being the nature on VR?
I mean, it hasn't all been like sunshine and rainbows for 6 months. We've had, some arguments, some disagreements and things, but I think one of the things that's really been good for us is our ability to communicate through it and talk through it. That was really something that we established with each other from the start, was that communication's very important. And so, yeah, with that, we've been able to really work through a lot of stuff.
What seems to be the best part and the most frustrating part of having a longer distance relationship?
I mean, I guess starting with the worst part is not being able to like see each other in person nearly as much as we'd like. I know some people are perfectly okay with having relationships in the metaverse and never meeting up in real life, but it's always kind of been like something that we've wanted is to be able to see each other more. And so the fact that we can't yet at the moment because of other things is really kind of the most frustrating part.
Yeah, I'd agree. Because he comes out once a month. So, I mean, we still get to see each other once a month, which is good, and that's great. But it's a little bit different, than all the time. Although we use VR to be able to hang out all the time, and it feels like we're closer. So that's very good, and I'm grateful for VR.
Yeah, that's definitely the best part is having someplace like this where we can be together without necessarily being together.
What was it that drew you to each other on Never Met? I know that there's a lot of people on Never Met, a lot of people with a lot of different avatars that can be very distracting. What was it that kind of pulled you to each other?
His profile on Never Met, it said they have how they have the best part about dating me, the worst part about dating me, and then you fill those things out. Or you can do voice prompts. His worst part about dating him was all the things I was looking for in somebody. So I messaged him when we started talking. I said, how the worst part about dating you is this, this, and this? That's the best part about dating you, because I'm the same way. So I'm totally fine with that. And then we just kind of started talking more about it. But I don't know what. His is a whole different story about me, so you can ask him that.
Oh, we are in an interview. Let's hear about that.
Be
what
honest.
Was the thing that
tell the folk.
Be honest.
You
be honest. Tell the full
hot
story.
Seat.
I did. No, it was really a lot of the filters. It was trying to find, with the dating apps, it's setting yourself up for success and trying to look for people that kind of match the things. So, I'm looking similar ages, similar things. And so looking at the profile, seeing some similar, just some of the stuff in the profile that jumped out, where it was, people person, someone that goes out and does things, just those things were really what kind of separated her from everybody else that I was seeing in the app at the time. Which was a lot, like you said, a lot of different stuff. There's a lot of different people and very unique people that are out there. And so sometimes trying to find your person in all of that can be a little bit tough and a little bit overwhelming. And so I think I got lucky finding Stina.
So with this going so well, being so lucky as to find each other, what are your plans going forward from here? If there are any.
The long-term plan, the long-term plan is to eventually be able to not have to be a long-distance relationship and to try and make a life together.
Definitely hoping the best for you guys in that.
Thank you.
Disco, you've met Stina's family, correct? You went over there for Christmas, I think we've said.
Mm-hmm.
He met my family the very first time he came here.
Yeah, it was literally she picked me up from the airport, and the very first place we went was her mom's house.
Yep.
How did that go?
My mom instantly loved him. Like, instantly.
So a lot of VR couples do have intimacy in VR. If you're comfortable with saying so, do you guys ever do that? Is that a part of your relationship
We
at all?
don't.
No.
No. No, we both
No.
talked about it. Again, communication is key, and we both kind of came to the conclusion that that's just not something for us to do in here.
Understandable. It's not for everyone. Some people are just uncomfortable with it as a whole. Now, I've definitely heard you tell each other that you love each other.
Mhm.
Tell me about the first time either of you said that, and who said that first?
I said the words first, but we both were saying it to each other before we said it. So we had our way of kind of, I guess, dipping the toe in the water and feeling the other one out as far as how they would react to such a thing. So for those of you that kind of, if you know, you know, one of the things that I would say from time to time is "as you wish."
Nice.
So if you know what that means, then you kind of know where I'm going with that. And she would say "always," and that was, it quickly became clear that was her way of doing the same thing. And then eventually, I had to call her.
So
Yeah,
we
and it
should
was
be
the
really
most aggressive
beautiful.
"I love you."
It was
so aggressive.
It
was funny though.
Yeah, it was a little much, and I it's not that it's a regret, and not that I would do it again, because it's a funny story that we can tell, in places like this. But could it have been a little bit better and a little bit smoother? Yeah, it could have.
Did you say it back immediately, or did you let him sizzle for a minute?
I said it back, but I picked on him for saying it aggressively first. And then
That's how you know you found the one that teases you first.
Yeah,
Oh yeah, there's plenty of that.
Of course, communication seems to be a really strong pillar in your relationship, and should definitely be a pillar in any strong relationship. But do you have any word of advice before we sign off here for the people watching that might be out there looking for love in VR, or maybe even not in VR? Just humans are out there looking for love all over the place. Do you have any kind of words of encouragement, advice?
we were just talking about that actually earlier tonight when we were talking about doing the interview. I want everybody to know that I have been through a lot of bad relationships, and I wanted to give up. And when I made my profile on Never Met, I was just kind of like, see what happens, and I was like, okay, whatever happens, happens, and here we go. And I wanted to give up a ton of times because the people that I was talking to, like, they were obviously not good fits, right? I went through a lot of the talking and nothing ever worked out. But then he came along and things have been great. So I guess what I'm trying to say is, like, don't give up. Just take things one day at a time, one step at a time. Communicate what you need, what you want. Don't settle. And you'll find someone. The right person will come along. Don't give up.
Yeah, I guess to kind of add on to that, it's be clear, know yourself, be clear about what you want, be clear about what you're willing to accept, and what you bring to the table. And so being able to say, like, these are the things that are good, these are the things that are bad, and who knows, you might get lucky and someone might come up and say the worst thing about dating you is the best thing about dating you. That person is probably out there. Does that mean like don't play around? Does that mean don't, learn from, have the opportunities to learn from the bad relationships? No, you definitely need to do that too. But if you are looking for the one or a one or whatever you're into, yeah, you have to be very clear and very, very explicit about this is who I am, this is what I bring to the table, this is what I'm looking for. And understand that, yeah, it may take a bit, but that person is there.
Thank you guys so much for being on. And you're some of my closest friends on VR. You're a beautiful couple. So happy for both of you finding each other, and I wish nothing but the best for the both of you. Thank you so much for being on.
Thank you, Rexxy.
Thank you so much for talking to my audience about your relationship and giving them advice. So we are going to sign off. And, of course, as always, you stay safe out there.
Wow, that was quite an interview. Wow, I'm so happy for those two. I've known DJ for a few years now, and I've seen him from alt space, and I've seen him go through various things, and I am so excited that he has found his match, Wow. Way to go, Stina.
They're just great together.
They really are. Oh my gosh, they really are. Well, see, so it can. I have heard of people like meeting and getting married in real life here from VR. So it happens. It happens.
Like they said, communication has to go a long way, and
communication and love-ins.
Maybe we can get someone in an interview to talk about the love-ins next time. But of course, it is always the season of friendship.
I know the perfect person. Sorry. Not me. But I know the perfect person that can come and tell about that. Did you know? I'll be damned if you can't attach those things to your avatars now. Did you know that? You can actually... I did not know that. I did not know that. You can actually hook your love-ins thing up to your avatar. So when someone touches
Absolutely
your
making this a
avatar
segment
somewhere,
now. This is so a segment.
Oh my gosh.
So everyone be ready for next episode when we make a segment about the different sex toys and things of VR. If you want to see more of this reaction.
Oh my gosh. I know 2 people that need to come on that episode. Oh my gosh. Yes. Wow. I don't know how I want to know how people feel about that.
Next month on Rexxy Rocker and Friends, an orgy of festivities.
Indeed. Well,
Thanks for watching, Mom.
Oh, I do not let my mom have my YouTube. So anyway, I went to Venus's SX in the month of March. She had 4 consecutive weeks of communication and teaching people about touching, and it's supposed to appeal to like outside of VR too, but I take everything in VR as VR, right? So anyway, now, and she's teaching about red light, green light, and not the running, not the kind that you go running off.
Oh, I'm familiar with that game.
No. Well,
or I've heard
might be.
of it. I've heard of that game from a friend who enjoys it.
Well, this is sex. This is sex, red light, green light. Meaning, or touching, whatever. Anyway, so I got Venus, if you're watching, and maybe I'm hoping you're not, but love you, absolutely love you, and you know I always support you, right? But I really don't think that the communication that she was teaching in this workshop works in real life. Like, they were asking permission, like, can I touch you behind your ear? And then run my hand down your body and then spank your ass, right? Well, you had to give me a red, a yellow, if you're like, okay, but with some questions, or green as in, go, baby, go, or red as in, no, don't touch me there.
Don't touch me.
Stay out of stay out of my no square, right? So I thought that was a little bit odd because I can't imagine. Can you imagine? Can you imagine? We're standing in front of each other, right? And you want to get naughty, right? But then you got to go through this whole freaking step by step red light, green light. I mean, to me, it seems like that would just be a big, like, Woody Wilter. You know what I'm saying? What do you think?
I can see certain guys being excited by the process. There's also something to be said with this. This very much sounds kind of like a replacement for a safe word. And, safe words have its own positive and negative, where, like, what if you don't hear the safe word? What if someone forgets their safe word? What if, this sounds like a pre-planning of when that safe word would come up and just driving around the problem.
What's your safe word? Hey, I need to know. What is it?
Montana. It's something you can say with your mouth full.
Oh my gosh. You know what? I don't have a safe word. I have more like a karate chop. No, nope. 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 But you know what? Something you said triggered a memory in me. Okay. Because you said the whole safe word and some men like it. Well, that made me think, oh, shoot, that's right. It's like, I don't know if you've ever been to Venus's stuff. I think you have. But anyway, she's like, she can't help but gravitate towards BDSM. So it makes sense that when you said some guys might like that, that's how it's done. Like, you ask me. You ask me if you can do something. And if I so decide, then I will let you know. Do I make myself clear? Yes, Miss Molly. I wish I had the imagination. I wish I had the imagination to be like, what do they call them? Women that have the control over the men?
Oh, dominatrix.
I was thinking more like wife. But yes, dominatrix.
We're saying the same thing.
I wish I had that imagination. I have had people say, can I please be your sub or whatever? And I'm like, I'm sorry. I don't have that imagination. I just naturally tell people what to do. But when it comes to something
do you
like
have
that,
a definite, like,
imagination?
You definitely got like a mommy vibe going. You can definitely see subby guys gravitating.
That's what it is. I have more of that nurturing. I have more of a nurturing spirit. It would sound more like, now, honey, get down on your knees. That's right. Now, I don't want you to say a word. No, I just want you. It would be more like that. I couldn't be like, get down there, you dirty dog.
I hope some of our viewers are ready for the Molly ASMR that was clearly coming.
Indeed. I already have those 3D microphone things. So what do they call them? Binaural. I bought that specifically to tell like stories, like bedtime stories, and put them on YouTube. You know what? You're not wrong. Look for that. As soon as I can find my my microphone set, I'm gonna start telling stories.
Really look at some of the past episodes and see some of the other stories that have been said on the show. They are absolutely great.
Oh, speaking of story, we have a new appearance in our show now. Miss Patty. Miss Patty's
Our
Kitchen.
friend Miss Patty to tell us about some fun games we can do with our family.
Indeed. Let's see.
Welcome to Miss Patty's Kitchen. So, you're on spring break and you've nothing to do. Well, have I got a solution for you? It's hand jobs for the whole family. That's right. Now, just because I use the word jobs doesn't mean it's going to be your work. Oh no, these are fun hand jobs. Let me introduce you to a fun little activity the whole family can enjoy. Sometimes Mommy gets a craving for some big old nuts in her mouth, and Dad is eager to help her out. So this activity is something you can all enjoy. Now you take a nutcracker and you put one of those hard, tasty little morsels in its mouth. You lift the lever and smash! You've just busted a nut. And it's so much fun that you might want to just spend the whole evening busting nuts. Mommy will be happy, and you can see that Dad will have a smile on his face, too. Now, a second hand job I have for you is called Beat the Meat. That's right. Now, this hand job is popular in most families. It's a fun job that can give your arms a real workout. When your steak is hard and needs to be tenderized, you just grab your meat pallet and you start whacking until it softens up. It's also a great way to release that pent-up energy from the day while making your meat nice and soft. But be careful not to get that juice in your eyes, 'cause it will burn. Now, for our third job, oh, Miss Patty needs a drink. I'm a bit parched. Okay, whew, these jobs make Miss Patty parched. Okay, now for the third job, it's rim job. This is a good job for when you want to polish off those old skid marks from day-to-day use. When Mommy is done riding that old banger that Daddy drives, those rims can get pretty dirty. So all you need to do is grab a bucket of water and some soap and scrub those dirty tires till they shine again. And you know you've done a good rim job when everyone has a smile on their face. Plus, no one likes to ride on dirty rims. What would the neighbors say? Now, this fourth job, junk in the trunk. Sometimes Daddy says Mommy carries way too much junk in her trunk and she needs to get rid of some of it. Well, this is a great way to use your idle hands. You just go in the back, open it up wide, and start pulling all of that junk right out of the trunk. In some cases, the junk might be a bit trashy, but some junk might be worth saving. When you are all done, the backside will be cleaned out and everyone will be satisfied. Now this hand job is fun for the whole family, and even some friends can join in. It's called Gang Bang. You can create a rhythmic adventure for everyone involved. Now this job takes rhythm, but it's easy to get everyone bumping and grinding together. All you need to do is raid the kitchen for some pots and pans and some wooden spoons and gather into the living room. That's right. You can take turns making beats. And remember, the more the merrier. So invite all your friends. Also remember, even if you finish earlier, that's okay. It's still fun to sit and watch others get down and pound. Another hand job that will be fun to do is called laying the pipe. That's right. Let's stop that squirt. Sometimes you get a leaky pipe at home, but you don't have to worry. All size hands can get this job done. You can use hand tools or that magic putty stuff to put it in the hole and fix it. Just make sure to turn off the water first, though, or you might get a big splashy surprise right in your eyes. Now here's a fun hand job that Mom and her friends like to do. It's called scissoring. That's right. They just open wide and cut through the tension. And what makes it really fun is that she can do it with 1, 2, 3 other friends. From cutting up bed sheets to make quilts or slicing up pictures for a scrapbook, scissoring is a great activity to make memories happen. Boys can get in on the fun too, though sometimes they prefer to just sit back and watch the ladies. Now here's a very important hand job. It's not easy, but it's very important. It's called washing the pussy. Sometimes even the cutest little things that you want to pet can get smelly, especially after eating a meal of salmon. It could get fishy too. So you want to make sure to clean that furry little beast. So grab some soap and a sponge and gently rub your pussy, and you will have your kitty purring in no time. One thing to know is, though, when that little pussy gets wet, you can get scratches all over you. So be careful and try to stroke the pussy so she will calm down so you can clean her properly. This last hand job I have for you is called teabagging. That's right. Dip that tasty sack of goodness. That's right. Mommy and Daddy and even Grandma like a good teabagging. So let's get to dipping. A tea bag is a sack filled with tea leaves that you dangle in hot water to make a special drink called tea. Even you can do this fun and tasty hand job. The trick is, before you become a tea expert, practice dipping in cold water first. Safety is always first. If the tea bag goes in too deep while it's hot, you might get an ouchie. So be careful and enjoy your sack dipping adventures. So, there you go. There's some little hand jobs for you to do during your spring break. So this has been Miss Patty, and we'll see you next time with more tips on different hand jobs. Enjoy.
Oh, wow. What could I say? Here's the hand job.
I personally think Miss Patty's got some really great ideas.
Indeed. Oh boy. Well,
I think every single one of those could also be really good team building exercises.
Ah, indeed. I like the way you think. Oh my gosh. You know what? It's almost that time to bring in DJ. But I want to tell you, I had the biggest laugh of my life today.
Oh, good.
Yeah, I gotta tell you, I don't know, maybe other people don't think it's funny, but it was the laugh that I needed at the moment. Okay, so I actually invited the person that made me laugh here into the studio today. And he's sitting right over there, Scuffed Pen. Yeah, so I actually invited him into the studio today because I had to tell you about this and I had to show you. Now, let me tell you how this happened. I was sitting in one of the YouTube rooms or worlds or whatever, and sitting there watching some old alt space videos, and with a friend of mine. And so, Pan, he came in. I'm so sorry, forgive me. Can I even get through this without freaking laughing? Okay, so he comes into the studio, he comes to where I am, and poor thing is just like down. You know how you can tell when somebody's down. And so he's all dressed up like a little Easter bunny. And I'm like, so what's wrong? And he's like, oh, just having some problem with some friends. And I'm like, really? I'm like, well, what happened? And so he tells me, well, I pooped on them. I'm like, what? I'm like, you pooped on them? How did you do that? And I'm picturing him because he's in his little bunny outfit. And so I'm picturing him hopping around pooping on his friends, and they got annoyed with him. And I'm like, oh my gosh. I think that's kind of funny, but I was trying not to laugh because I could tell that he was a little hurt by what went on between him and his friends. And I'm like, so what did that look like? What did it look like that you're just like pooping on your friends to make them angry? He goes, I'll be back. I'll show you the avatar. So he leaves for a minute and he comes back. And in front of me, I see this little pile of poop. Oh, there he goes. So there he is. So I'm looking at him with his big pile of poop, and he's got like a little poop hat on, and they look like the emoji, the poop emoji, right? So then I'm like, oh my gosh, I'm laughing at him with his little poop hat on. And then all of a sudden, and you can go ahead and do this, Pan, as I explained what's going on. He grows, and then boom, he explodes. And there's shit everywhere, dripping from the ceiling, all over the floor. Oh, Rexy, wait till you see this. There's poop all over the brainwash right now. And it's got little eyes in it. Just I freaking died because it was the last thing that I was expecting. Was that you could take the poop away now?
You were expecting adorable little rabbit poop, and instead, gas station restroom.
So much.
Why would anyone get annoyed at an adorable little? Oh my god!
Oh my god! Oh, that just made my day. And I'm like, okay, well, I could see if you did that once, your friends probably should have thought it was funny. But if you do it more than once, well, then it's not so funny. Because it's quite a mess to clean up. But, yeah.
I'm glad we're not responsible for cleaning any of this up.
Oh, my gosh.
As always, I do hope everyone really enjoyed the show today.
Indeed.
Who jokes?
Told the story. Oh. Did you say the word jokes? Oh, another thing. This weekend at the Kmart, Friday night at, 10 o'clock p.m. Eastern time, they have the open mic. That was so funny this week. And you did really good. I'm so proud of you.
Decided to get drunk after I got off of stage.
Oh, is that what happened? I tell you, one time I wanted to get up there so bad, but I don't have any material. This would be me. Hey, Rexxy, do you know what looks like half of a tree?
Like half of a tree.
The other half. You know what has 5 toes, but it's not your foot?
Your hand?
No, my foot. You think I'm ready for the stage?
I think you're an amazing audience member. And I would hate to not have you out there.
That's probably a wise thing. That's probably a wise thing. Oh, speaking of wisdom.
Wisdom is a great thing. And of course, we have our own little spiritual guru right here on the team. And he's decided to extend his great wisdom to all of you at home. Ladies and gentlemen, words of wisdom with Disco Jesus.
Some say be like water, go with the flow. Some say be like a wolf, strong and independent. I say be like a goose. If you cross me wrong, I'll fuck your day up. But really, I just want to chill and hang out with my homies. And maybe help people be a little bit more present in your life. Sure, that may come in the form of me shitting all over your driveway. But people work in mysterious ways.
Boy, he sure is a wise ass, that's for sure.
Indeed. Should all want to be so much like the noble goose.
Well, you know, our show started out with the love in VR theme and relationships and ended up with shitting on everybody everywhere. Oh my gosh. You know, hey, continue to watch because you never know what's going to happen on the Rexxy Rocker and Friends show.
It's all part of the experience of life. Sometimes you live it up. Sometimes you get shit on. Sometimes you do the shitting.
Indeed. Well, until next time, I'm Molly.
And I'm Rexxy Rocker. You stay safe out there.